Okay everybody, welcome to another Old Farts Tips here on YouTube. Today we're going to talk about batteries. We're going to talk about mainly 9-volt batteries. How can you save them? Bad 9-volt batteries, they're very expensive. Everybody knows 9-volt batteries are super expensive. Now this tip will work on any battery, but 9-volt batteries seems to be the best. Basically you've got a device. You got a device like this. This is a scale. Okay, I've had this scale for a long time. My wife actually uses it periodically. Probably uses it every single day. At least twice, 3 times a week, and has been for a long time. Now I put a battery in this thing, I think when we bought it, and it was a long time ago. And when we put it in, it had an expiration date of 2011. You can see there, it says right there, 2011. What I did before I put it in is I coated it. This one I coated it with white lithium grease. You can see the grease there, a little bit there. Here's the battery, Energizer battery. You can see the white lithium grease that I smeared all over it. Basically, the 9-volt battery has, it's metal, right? But there's kind of a paper or composite plastic or something ends on this end and this end. My theory here is they dry out. The batteries, they dry out, especially batteries under use. Now this one lasted, now it's December of 2012 right now. This lasted a whole year beyond the expiration date of the battery if it was just being stored on the shelf. Now you remember that the 2011 date here is the expiration date of the battery if it's just sitting on the shelf without being used. Now this battery was used in this scale weekly at least for I don't know how many years. I mean, I think 5 years ago. And not only did this battery work for that length of time, but it worked a whole year past the expiration date. And I think mainly because, you know, again, I had 51 years on the planet, because I smeared the grease on it. Now I also used Vaseline, but this lithium grease seems to have really made this battery last a long time. Now if you look at this battery, here's a voltmeter. Hopefully you can see that. Take the voltmeter and hook it up here. Okay, we get 7.11, 7.10 volts. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So after 5 or so years, and a year after the expiration date, this still has 7 volts left in it, which I think is amazing. This device, of course, doesn't take a ton of power. You know, it's LCD, and you know, but still, and it's lasted a whole year beyond its expiration date. The point I'm trying to make is, you take some grease. You take some grease like Vaseline or whatever, and you smear it on there. You smear the whole thing. Just smear the whole thing. Don't worry, it's non-conductive. Lithium grease is not conductive. Vaseline is non-conductive. Trust me, I've got them. All my smoke detectors in my home here, I've got it smeared with Vaseline. Now I just replaced a couple, and they had the 2012 expiration date on them, which means they lasted about a year beyond the actual expiration date, since it's, you know, since it's December. Now remember, smoke detectors, those are continuous use. Even though they're just sitting up there, they're being used all the time because they're monitoring your air for smoke. So there is power draw up there, and all my smoke detectors, I smear them with Vaseline, and they last on the expiration date or beyond it. And I use Vaseline on those. This one seemed to work better. I'm going to recommend white lithium grease instead of Vaseline, because I got a whole extra year out of this battery, or 2, you know, if you count, you know, December. So, okay, that's the thing right there. That's the tip. So basically, I'm going to put a new battery in here. Here's the new battery. This one says, oh, there's no date on this one. Is there? This one had a date on the. This one had a date on the package, but it's not on the battery. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay, December 20, you see it? See it right there? This one says December of 2017. Well, that's awesome. Alright, let's measure that voltage and just see what it says. Okay, okay, there's a great battery. 9.69 volts, if you can see that. 9.68, 9.69. So that's a brand new battery. What I'm going to do, get your handy Vaseline here. And I should use white lithium grease, but I don't have any. So, alright, I'm out. So here we go. Just Vaseline it up. I don't know, can you see it there? Just take Vaseline. And just doesn't matter. Just smear it everywhere in there. It has to completely coat the paper. This is metal. This is paper in here. So completely coat both sides. Very important because it's some kind of paper or whatever. So you coat it, and it does two things. It seals the battery. It doesn't dry out, and it lasts longer under use. Remember, again, I'm getting battery use. Granted, it's not heavy-duty use, but use past the expiration date. This works. I'm telling you. I've got it on all my smoke detectors too, and I get full use past the expiration dates all the time. So anyway, you just Vaseline it up really well. You put it in. You put it back in, and you're done. Bam. You're done. Okay. That's what you do. So again, to recap. Nobody likes dead batteries. Dead batteries are bad. See? Bad. Nobody likes to spend big bucks on 9-volt batteries. Okay? So, take your new battery, coat it with Vaseline on both sides. In the conductors, it doesn't matter. Vaseline is non-conductive. Don't worry about it. Trust me 100,000,000% on that. You put it back in your device. As so. And you're done. Okay? Turn it on, and it works. Hit tear there. There, see, it went to 0, 0. And it's got some weight there. I hit tear, which just means zero it out. That's not level. Trust me, it works. So, that's the tip for today. Old farts tips. Okay? Coat your batteries with Vaseline. 9-volt batteries, AAs, AA, Ds, any battery, you coat them up with Vaseline or white lithium grease, and they'll last much longer. Guaranteed. Thanks again for watching my old farts tips on YouTube, and I hope to see you soon. Please subscribe, and I'll be making more videos soon, so keep on the watch.